This is the Boogity 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 Boo song. Get it at awtfy.com. That's AWTFY.com/boo. BOO.
So a necktie is when you're jacking off and then you jizz around, fully like connecting from the back of your neck, and it dribbles down in one big sloppy gushing cum river, usually an unbroken undulating river of cum that it totally circulates your neck. I'm a writer.
That's where your butt cheeks do the boogity 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 boo. Boogity 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 boo. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We have shit up.
Boogity 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 boo. Boogity 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 boo. None of this is irony. None of this is made up. Your best friend Larry has a cousin Larry who's about to get 5 days buried.
Larry's cousin Larry?
Yeah.
Wait, was it a week ago that we went to a public park and just shouted loud while Bonnie drank booze from a sock? Oh, let's light this motherfucking candle because it has got to be Tuesday night. And as all of the people in the know definitely know, it means it has got to be go time for Night Attack, the one night that we set fire to the internet. Hello, you beautiful demonic hordes of the internet. I'm BrapBrapSauuuuuce, live in Austin, Texas, joined as always by my BFF and OAK. It's Justin Robert Young, a.k.a. the owner of 2 properties. Why are you splitting, tearing your properties asunder? Is there a rift between one half of your brain and the other? Do they not get along?
My favorite part about Brian Brushwood is that literally the last thing he's heard is the first thing he's going to say at the beginning of the show.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mainly consider, to be honest, in that moment, all I care about is no ands, no ums, keep it going, sound like you know what you're doing, say words, what do you see, what's on your brain, think about a thing. Justin mentioned launching a new Patreon and doing some housekeeping. Great, go with that. And I did, and you're welcome. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's not anything that I want to talk about right now. If you're a patron to my Patreon, then go to my Patreon, patreon.com/JURY. Brian, I'm very excited about this show.
Okay. Is it because... All right, I have a confession. We didn't plan this, and I didn't tell Justin I was going to do that. The reason I mentioned the fact that you split apart your 2 properties is because I've always wondered what it's like to have more than one property.
Oh, I mean, you mean like a scam school and the modern rogue?
Oh, no. I've had those intellectual properties. I've had
intellectual property.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. But I mean,
but yeah, I mean, what?
Go on.
What you were? No, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say. I mean, sorry. You were saying.
I mean, maybe we're just so excited because we've been talking about for the last few weeks.
I mean,
are you holding up?
I've been close for a really long time.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Patreon.com/Night Attack.
One person at a time, please.
Previously, wait.
Previously on Brian's pup-date.
Wait, hold on, wait. Didn't we have pup-date music?
We have a pup-date sounder.
Oh, go.
Motherfucker, I got a pup-date! Pup-date! Who's got the pup-date? Who's got the pup-date? Ladies and gentlemen, patreon.com/Night Attack brings you the pup-date!
I always forget about it.
That moment overstays its welcome. You're like, that's the right. Oh, no, it's still going.
No, it's going to keep going. Huh?
It's one of those, and this is going to be a visual joke, so fuck you audio listeners, but it's just one of those like...
Did I ever tell you, Bonnie, that when I was in college and I had roommates, I would report on how close I got to closing the deal with you?
What?
Yeah, and then they're all like, "Why don't you close that deal?" And I was like, "I don't know. I mean, it seems like we're good. I'm still a virgin, dating this girl, and it seems like we can close it officially when we feel like closing it. I don't know." And then one day I just walked in. I was like, "Close the deal." And then they spent about a month calling me a corporate warrior.
This is the analogy you're choosing to use?
Yeah, no, I referred to my wife as a conquest. Not the most evolved 21st century thing I ever did.
Quite.
Gosh.
Man, this pup date is going deep. This is one of those episodes that starts with a flashback.
More like flash bang, though. Am I right? I went blind.
So last week we said that we would have very big news today.
Yeah, but now that we're back here, somebody find out the exact date that Command and Conquer released, because that's the night I lost my virginity. Because I remember, ironically to myself, smiling at the ludicrousness of this thought. I remember thinking, wow, Command and Conquer and my virginity on the same night.
Command and Conquer released on August 31st, 1995.
Yeah, that's when I lost my virginity.
Jiminy Criminy.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
31st.
Also, Bonnie lied to me. Bonnie lied to me, and she said,
Why are we litigating your...
I don't know. Yeah, because fuck it.
No, I want to get to the bottom of this. Tell my buddy Brian.
But I remember Bonnie saying, and tell me if you don't remember this. I
don't lie.
It's literally ancient history at this point.
This is huge.
I remember you
apparently
saying...
I laid at some point, but no. What?
No, you didn't lie, but you did lie. Yeah, you were laying. Previously, in our relationship...
Oh.
When you're dating a girl and you're in your late teens, early 20s, you may have a hesitation to take things to the next level. You fear consequences, issues that you're not yet prepared to tackle. But what happens when she's down for it? Today, anyway, I remember Bonnie saying, hey, just so you know, whenever you're ready to close this deal, I'm ready, but I would like, as a gesture from you, that just buy your own condoms, and then that way I know you're serious about this and you've thought about it, not in the heat of the moment. About 25 minutes later, I said, I think now's the moment. I'm ready to go. And Bonnie said, okay, well, conveniently, I lied about all that, and I have condoms. And then I lost my virginity. And then I thought that joke about Command and Conquer, and then I fell asleep.
I don't think of it as lying. I think of it as changing my stance on an important issue.
You only revealed more truth.
She's like any other. Look, it's kind of like negotiating with North Korea right now. There's a lot on the table, and maybe it's not all going to be there by the time the final deal is done, but you want to leave some options.
The reason I'm talking about closing the deal is because we closed the motherfucking deal. We literally closed. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Wait, you can just play the sounder, I guess.
For a time.
Don't clap right.
As I understand it,
I was talking to Brian.
for the audio listener.
I'm so sorry.
This is how wonderful Bryce is that he's looking out for not only the three of us or all four of us. He is also looking out for the listeners at home as he gets up and just sort of. He does a ventriloquist act, even though his face is off camera, and as if he's Miliana Trump. He's like, don't clap into the camera, don't clap into the microphone, okay, to the camera.
I don't know why you stood up. The clap was for you.
Well, I loved me so much that I stood up.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I gotta say, wait.
Yeah.
When you sealed our deal, there was no clap involved. Just to make that point. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I just realized all the best jokes would have repercussions. Yeah, man, we did the ritual. We walked into this giant chamber with flaming pots, and all these men in robes came, and they all chanted we cried thrice, and I shared a secret, and the blessing came down, and it said, "This is a very complicated closing. You technically have 2 more days, and then the title will be yours." So as far as I understand it, I could take everybody on a tour of property that I own. On Friday. I'll turn on my phone and I'll go to Twitter and I'll say, "Hello, let me show you." And here's the funny part. "Hello, let me show you a lot of promises." It may look to you like a half renovated place and a tour through some woods, but I would like to spin that tale, right?
Well, no, fuck that. You can tell everybody all the promises that you want, but that's your land, motherfucker. You can move in in a tent tomorrow, and ain't nobody gonna kick you off. You're the owner of this here land,
dude. It's one of those. Yes to all of it. Yes to all of it. It's happening. It's finally happening. This is the biggest thing that's ever happened in my entire life. It's all possible because of this wonderful community, and I just like it's hard to be funny when what your heart is screaming is, good God, this is your life. It's happening, and it's all possible because of the wonderful people. Every single person who is listening to the sound of my voice has caused a dream to come true, and I cannot thank them enough. And that's not very funny. So let me go back.
Fuck it, whatever. Doesn't need to be funny. This does not need to be funny. This is, if you have listened to this show, Jesus, when's the first time you think you brought up the idea of getting a property or an office or something like that on the show?
Well, I know that we christened it the puppy when you put together the warning about us. Look, we're looking at a puppy. We don't own a puppy. That's why it started being called a puppy. I don't know that I've shared this part. I think we're close enough to me being able to share everything. I don't think I've shared this aspect. Literally, this property, this 7.5 acres, less than 1 mile from that original firehouse.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. And every time I drive past it, I think, karma. Wait, but I don't know why I think that, because that wouldn't be appropriate. I think luckiness. Good fortune.
Brian,
I say kume fat choy.
You own 7 acres now. Somewhere in the acres you'll find the answer to that. Like, plenty of space.
Yeah, man. I just can't.
All right. Just to keep everybody up to date, like we said, the big news on this Monday, the reason why Brian wasn't on Weird Things was because of the closing. Just in case you are unaware, the closing is when the fuckery happens. That's when things go south at the 11th hour. That's when all sorts of crazy shit happens. It didn't. There's a photo that I got of Brian with a signed contract and a key. That's what happens at the end of a closing that goes successfully. There's some other whodad and a what's a doodle that has to happen before the end of the week. But as of the end of the week, everything is over. The bureaucracy has taken its course. It is all yours.
Yeah, man. And now it's so fascinating to me how instantly all my idle thoughts go to, what are we going to do? So much new space. How are we going to fill this? What do we want to do over this? And one of the ideas was I had the idea that, it would be fun. We were talking in the pre-show, patreon.com/Night Attack folks heard this. We were talking about, the quote-unquote problem with DTNS is that there's 2 chat rooms. And it's like, yeah, we watch both or whatever. It's like, there's so much different shit in so many different islands. There's the Discord over here. There's the live Night Attack Twitch chat over here. There's the IRC of DiamondClub.tv and so on.
Twitter. And there's a Facebook group somewhere out there.
Right, correct. And I was thinking like, well, the answer is let everybody go wherever they want to go. More freedom is better than less freedom. But it's like let's put displays up for each of those, and similar to like old school newscasts where they would have different time zones in different parts of the world. But then I thought, man, does that really match the modern rogue aesthetic, or what, is there a cooler thing? And I was thinking of like there's e-ink monitors you could do.
Ooh.
That would look like framed pictures, and then what if they just updated once per minute? And then for some reason, I got it in my head, Justin. Do you know? I don't know what to call this thing, but at the beginning of of the Hudsucker proxy in train.
Yeah.
He's in his train station, or he's looking at job postings, and it's all these flipping mechanical like click clack flipping all
Ticker
around
tape.
or whatever.
Was it ticker
No,
tape?
no, ticker tape is what was it would be Morse code, or it was stock prices
They're
like
called
constantly
split
coming up.
flap displays. You would see them
Yeah.
in trains or old airports.
Yeah,
Split flap.
and so I was musing on Twitter about like,
So
man,
so if you've ever been to New York City, like Penn Station, I think still has their split flap, or at least the last time I was in Penn Station, it had its old school like clack 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 clack, and now all of a sudden the 310 to Montauk is now the 580 to Montauk. I don't know why 80 is there, but whatever.
But I that solves so many problems in the aesthetic, and also for visually, because when you have a light source behind you, that changes a bunch of stuff. Like, I would love to integrate something like that and make that happen. And then freaking motherfucking Anthony Carboni, all caps, says, buy one for those of us who cannot justify it, and sends me a link to this thing. It's called a Vesta board. And oh my God. Oh, Bonnie just came again. For the first time since we originally had sex 20 plus years ago.
Ever
had
since
3
Command
kids,
and
Brian.
Conquer. It's been since Command and Conquer.
But it's
Bonnie
basically
Brushwood.
an e-ink approximation of these displays.
That's so cool.
I think it's e-ink, actually. I don't
I
know.
love it.
If it's
it
an,
has to be,
I
right?
don't know if it's an actual flipboard or
It's
if it's
definitely not an
e-ink that
actual.
mimics it. Don't care. Love the aesthetic. In fact, e-ink would be better, right? Because it would look just like a flipboard, but it would be silent so that we could incorporate it into.
It also wouldn't break, which is probably the biggest problem with those. Aside from the cost of doing it, it's not like you can go ahead. Somebody go ahead and Google Austin split flatboard repairmen in the area to see how many of them. Because my guess is when you bought one, you would immediately become the most qualified split flatboard repairman.
Because it would instantly break and you would do it. Yeah, I've got a split flap alarm clock that Bonnie got me.
And it's definitely always broken. I actually think this is... It looks like this might be real. They've got a whole video on, like, it being modular.
Oh, now I
So
came.
maybe... so I don't
Like
quite know.
maybe
This
you
is
can
also
repair by just getting
not
a
out
new-
for like another...
How much is it?
How, let's play Price is Right.
Brian heard it earlier today.
I heard it earlier. Bonnie has not, and you have not. We're going to play Price is Right rules. Don't go over the actual
And
retail
we're talking
cost.
full retail price.
And this is for, can you show them the board again? They can get an idea of how many cells
big?
there is.
How
It looks
big?
like it looks like it's about 37 inches diagonally.
It's 37 inches
Looks like
wide.
it's 25 wide, and
website broke.
how many deep? 6 columns deep, it looks like.
I don't know. Say other things until I
Yeah,
reload
well,
this webpage.
looks
please.
like there's some number of columns deep. Imagine a television, and it's 26 modules wide.
This is great.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Here
There we
it
go.
is.
Nailed
It's
it.
3 inches
7.
deep, 21 inches tall, 37 inches wide.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to say.
Oh, and by the way, software has got an app that plugs in with like Slack or Twitter or whatever. So you could, I mean, hypothetically, if you're going crazy, you could buy 4 of them and have an entire wall be this
We're talking about
thing
one, though.
that,
You're,
like, wants to-
you're just trying to sell them the board. We're trying to get them
look, I
information
don't-
to play this game.
I certainly have nothing to gain
I'm
from
going to say it is $3K.
$3,000. All right, Bonnie.
Bonnie? Just thinking.
That's how you can tell that
Yeah.
we're taking the game serious is when
Yeah.
nobody picks up the comedy ball and keeps things going.
Sorry, I'm thinking about like all these little $200 things that I see online, and so I'm doing the math. So I say, I say,
She say.
oh man, what did Justin say?
Justin said $3,000.
Ah man, I'm gonna say 3001.
With an actual.
In Price is Right rules, she might as well say 3001 or $1, right?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's either over or under.
This is why I don't like
Okay.
Price is Right rules. It doesn't work with 2 people.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't work in this case because it looks like this is Schrodinger's price because it says Vesta board.
We said full retail price.
Oh, that's right. Will
Well-
retail the summer of 2019 with an expected retail price of $3,495. We will be offering substantial discounts of up to 45%, estimated $1,950. To individual and business
Well,
pre-order directly from
As a influencer, can't you get that shit for real?
what?
For free?
Bonnie, that's crass of
Only
you. That's
only-
crass of you. Just
God,
because
no.
I would be
I mean, look.
integrated into a brand new facility, and it would appear in the background of every single Modern Rogue episode from this point forward, just because it's perfect for the design aesthetic and the mid-20th century thing that we're going for as we try to become the ultimate gentleman, warrior, and scoundrel, just because we're now breaking over 6 million views per month, that does not put us in a position to shamelessly suggest that Vestaboard should reach out to me at brianishwood.com and ask if we would like to partner together on some kind of cooperative thing that shows off their stuff. Shame on you.
Exactly. And I hope that it never gets back to @Vestaboard on Twitter that we are a huge fan of their product and are very excited at investing a substantial amount of money or exposure trade.
I'll tweet about it every week.
Also, tweeted Anthony Carboni. Damn your eyes. They're so sexy.
He does, man. He's the real. You just get lost in those pools of eroticism. By the way, Identity4 in the chat says, "Shed your shame, snake dick. Daddy wants a flipboard." Old snake dick Brushwood's in the grass.
Oh my
Daddy wants a
goodness.
flipboard.
Brian gave up his shame and for free products a very long time. How many Modern Rogue episodes do you and Jason just go, well, someone wanted to be our hardware sponsor.
Yeah, it just hasn't worked so far on that. I mean, we're trying very hard. We're like the world's worst prostitutes. Like, we're full on just leaning over and showing all of our goods, and nobody's interested. We're like, what are we doing wrong? Is it not clear that we would like to trade sex for money?
Well, it's not that you're bending over. You're just, like, looking at a brick wall and saying, man, I wish someone would fuck me. And, like, not, like... going to them and saying, hey, would you like to fuck me?
You know what?
You should...
While we're on this topic.
What? Okay.
Real thing that happened.
All right.
My father and I
Oh my God.
were walking in Hawaii.
Okay.
And I'm going to describe for you what happened, and you tell me whether or not you think we were being solicited by a prostitute.
Okay. Yeah, I would probably have started with that rather than that whole transition.
No.
No?
Okay. Appealing to 4 quadrants here, Bryce. Go.
Okay. What did you and your dad do?
So, something dinner. We're in downtown Waikiki. The place is about a mile away. And Dad and I decide we're going to walk because also Ubering gets awkward over a certain number of people. All of a sudden it becomes like, well, then it's 2 Ubers and do we or whatever. Okay. So it's like we sent Bonnie and the kids and my mom or whatever. So Dad and I started walking on back.
Okay.
And it was busy, like busy, like 6th Street on Friday night. Like at some point you're thinking maybe they should shut down this road busy, right?
Yeah, there were a bunch of sailors in port because they have their training for they have like every year they do a big training on sailing related issues. So
sailing related issues.
So there were apparently four ships in port from the U.S. Army.
That's why the Village People had that
sailors.
famous song
Yeah,
about
sailors are in town. Okay.
That's why the Village People had that famous song about how you can do just what you please when you are learning sailing related issues.
Yeah. You can put your mind at ease learning sailing related issues.
Okay, so you're walking down a very busy street.
Yes,
with your dad.
and there happened to be, as you know, in the constant flow of tumultuous human traffic. We happen to be surrounded by a bubble of about 15 feet of space around us. So it's definitely just me and my dad. And I hear to my right a woman who has been standing back up against where traffic is, facing forward, and she very intentionally says one word. She says, "Hello," and me, being Brian Brushwood, having been to Dragon Cons and all that, without thinking,
you say, "Hey, boss, what's your name? I'm Brian."
Very close. Very, very close. All
well,
I know
the beginning.
Followed very quickly by, do you want a picture?
Have you seen these signs? I don't know the name of these signs, but my friend Anthony Carboni told me about these signs.
So I hear
that
how
looks like sneakers.
The history of fires is
That's what I do is I walk around saying the script of my stage show. So I hear hello, and automatically I'm like, howdy, and then hand in the air, not turning around, and then we take a few more steps, and all the pieces click into place. Like, what just happened? There was a woman, and when I said howdy as I was passing, I glanced over, and her eyes had immediately darted off of me and were just straight forward at the bar that she happened to be facing. And it was very, very clear. She was not talking to anyone else. It was like, I don't know. I was left with this feeling that the next move was for me to say, oh, hello to you. And then suddenly some dance language would happen and then something else. And so we basically kept on walking for a half mile. Mm-hmm. And then and I said to my dad, I'm like, hey, I think that girl, and my dad was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that
would at least be the start of that road.
Whoa. Was it what kind of bar was it? Was it like a crowded, popular bar, or?
It was not crowded, and it might have been just a storefront, but it was a woman around the age of 27 wearing a black evening dress that ended slightly above her knees.
Cocktail dress.
Not the classic cartoony thing either. But there was an intentionality to that moment, and there's two moments of intention. First of all, the way she said hello, and the fact that when I went to meet her eyes, she went soldier straight, not looking at me.
Alternate pitch. Okay. Alternate pitch. What if she were looking for friends, had initially thought that you were the friends, almost immediately upon saying it realized you weren't? Wouldn't that pattern of behavior match exactly with somebody who had awkwardly, really friendly, just greeted strangers?
Someone very young by themselves on Hawaii.
What would the hello in this theoretical scenario sound like, Bryce? So your character.
Sure. Sorry, reset my character.
That was a really good dodge from shit into sure. Sure.
Okay.
In this situation that Justin has proposed, that it's somebody who thought we were her friends and then suddenly realized and then was ashamed. What would the one word, you only have one line.
Okay.
And
it's
you
hello.
can do multiple
Is it
takes.
hello or hey?
No. It's hello. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah. However you want it. Listen, we're big fans. We enjoyed you in all of those other things that you did, but now this is the big role.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. You want to take it again? Hey, Justin.
Yeah.
You want to let him try again?
Bryce, just act like it's South by, and you just think that you see all the Diamond Club folks, all the Discord fam is about to roll in. You think it's them. What kind of warm, friendly hello do you give?
Sure. That's very clear. Okay. Hello.
I think so. I think it's also kind of a Southern thing too, because you got to extend the O. I think like if you're really trying to be like, oh my gosh, it's really hello, like the O gets really
Hi, how are you?
Right?
Yeah. Being like the Seinfeld, like hello. Like I feel like that's what I would give.
I think, but I think the hypothesis at the end of this is that Brian's
listen, nutty idea. We've had some rewrites.
Okay.
What if this same role was not what Justin said?
Yeah.
But what if it was a prostitute beginning the delicate dance of negotiation that would end up with her making enough money to handle stuff? Okay. Like something that implied, I want your attention and I want to find out if you are an appropriate mark.
Okay, I got this. Hello.
It's very close.
Oh.
It's very close.
It's not. I've got the condoms in the drawer.
Okay. Not
It's a good
sure.
self-burn, Bonnie. Good self-burn.
Yeah, way to
Was
corrupt
that pre-show or
our
was that
origin
during?
story. No,
Yeah,
that's definitely.
That was main show. So, I guess here's my one last note on this: is I don't know if hookers operate at that hailing frequency. I've always kind of assumed that hookers are more you're already at the bar. She sidles up next to you, starts a conversation. Bar conversation leads to lonely conversation. You go from there. I just don't know if they're like carnival barkers, like pussy here.
Okay.
Come on.
Can I-
two
Okay,
for
you
10.
Can I tell you
you
my
do
story,
realize
though?
that you're immediately going into the bit from dusk till dawn.
Oh,
Like, we got all
no.
kinds of pussy.
And even then, they had Cheech Marin. Like, when the hookers weren't out there yelling, like Cheech Marin was yelling. He was building the tip.
Wait,
All
wait,
right,
wait.
all
Can I
right,
tell you
hold
my
on.
quick story?
We're about to get Mikey on,
Okay.
so we'll have to put a button on this. But everybody in your mind, make one bet. Take a prediction, seal it in an envelope. What is the thing that is even weirder that my dad had not ever experienced before that we also saw on that same walk back? Take a moment, lock it in. Justin?
Intravenous drug use?
No. I think all of us would have known what it is. I told Bonnie. Bryce, you have a guess?
Oh, I think there's a non-zero chance he did not know what vaping was. E-cigarettes.
Oh, you know what? That's not bad. Not bad. No, my dad is not gonna say it.
Okay. He smokes very big clouds.
It's a silent rave.
Oh,
It was amazing.
interesting. With the headphones,
Yeah,
everybody kind of
everybody glowing headphones, and my dad was not even familiar with the concept.
How do you
So-
run into a silent rave?
I mean, you walk down the street that happens to
there's
be
a
next
bunch
to the
of people
beach.
with the cords and the headphones. I know your dad well enough to know that he would not say this, but for whatever reason, the funniest version of that in my head is your dad just scrunching up and saying, "What in tarnation?"
That's I mean, like, what would Rush Limbaugh think of this? You know,
I'm a big fan of the silent rave, Brian. I like to dance the night away. Have my disco, my dancing feet, my dancing shoes on. Snurdly, I'm a big fan of Donna Summer.
yeah, man, it's
I love the nightlife. I like the boogie. I'm the disco. Oh, oh yeah.
It was also early enough in the evening that even if it was a full-on rave, it was still too early for it to be like really great and for people to have lost themselves in the ecstasy of it. And so instead, the vast majority of people are just standing and sort of, nodding up and down while, like four attractive people wiggled around.
I'm rolling, Snurdly. I'm sweating balls. I see colors, and I love you. I love everybody. After this, why Kavanaugh's the pick. We'll be right back.
Bump.
So crazy. Hey, everybody, patreon.com/Night Attack is where you need to go if you want to support the show. Look, we got Mikey coming up, so we don't want to spend too much time on it, but just know that if you want to get the pre-show and the post-show before anybody else on a custom RSS feed, and when I say it's custom RSS, when I say it's easy to do, man, you can do it all on your phone. Seriously, somebody become a Patreon this week and tell me that you did all that shit on your phone. You just copied that RSS feed, put it right in your podcatcher of your choice, and now all of a sudden, no authentication ever. You have everything that you have coming to you via that feed, because I guarantee you can do it on your phone, and it is that easy. But, of course, Brian, anybody who is a patron can do the...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Night Attack new Patreon name chant corner hour. It's an hour of it.
Yo, man, I want to change things up. Normally, we come up with a little improvisational bit. In fact, without the permission of this person, who's been a longtime fan of the show, I just want to straight up read her letter. Liz, We'll just say Liz. Liz knows who she is.
Yo,
Liz wrote me recently, by recently, I think it's today, yesterday, saying, "Hi, Brian. I've been listening and following quietly throughout the SAS... Oh, sorry. Okay, here we go.
We got to have the echo somewhere.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Let me read the letter. Letter begins now. Hi, Brian. I have been listening and following quietly throughout the past several months. My Patreon plugging away. As always, appreciating Night Attack for the community and shenanigans. I'm just catching up on the 500th episode during a commute, and barely made it half an hour into the episode where I actually did have to pull off, I assume the road, to regain composure. I've come close before, but before the shitty ditty was over, I just couldn't hold it together. When I get home, I will be sending a gratitude donation. Thank you so very much, Liz. Liz, you're the best person on the planet. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Thank you to everybody. Patreon.com/Night Attack is where you need to go. You want to know what we'll do? We'll do the Twitch shout out. Do you want to do that now?
Well, I mean, do we have an intro? Oh, you know what? I have a quick story. So tomorrow I'm teaching at the Wizard Academy. It's a big deal. We're doing a 2-day class about how to, build a following online video.
Is Josh CBC going to be there?
Oh, I certainly think he'll be there in spirit, because we're going to talk about all the fantastic patrons. It'll be me and Rex Williams of the Whiskey Vault channel talking about our trials and tribulations of this.
I mean, are you going to discuss the sin of society?
Oh, well, if you're talking about what a sin it is that roustabouts like the two of us are able to make a living doing online video, then we certainly will, sir.
Well, don't be such a stoic squirrel. What else are you going to talk about?
Well, that's pretty much it. That's quite literally the description of the course.
Oh, Bog! As my grandfather used to say. What a tremendous opportunity for everybody.
Hey, man, I don't know what's up, Wabbit Magic. That was not a sentence that made sense.
You're not going to teach any Wabbit magic?
Oh, there you go.
You're a magician, Brian.
Hey, man, skip
well,
lives.
Hey, let's not skip lives over here. Go to Brian's thing tomorrow at the Wizard Academy.
Yeah, show up and use promo code ShyHalud9 when you shake my hand to get an extra double firm handshake.
To have Brian give you his sultry hello.
Thrumwald. Thank you.
Hey, how about we introduce this motherfucker? All right, everybody knows who he is. All right, I'm just gonna say this. The last time that this man was on, and he does these quizzes, we love him dearly. He's a member of our family, and we revere his talents, specifically on the Film Joy channel. But when he shows up here, he writes these quizzes that, for whatever reason, I've been beating Brian in games. It's a foundational element of our friendship. Is we play games
9 years, 500 episodes. You've been trouncing me, and look. When you've got a gift, you don't question why or how it happened.
Here's all I know. Mikey melted my goddamn head so thoroughly that the next week, somebody sent me a picture of him mocking me in the mail. They wanted me to commemorate the fact that Mikey owns me in these quizzes. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, without any further ado, you know and love him from Film Joy and so much else. Mikey Neumann!
Mikey Neumann!
Hello! I am very excited about that picture. That's awesome.
My goodness, it is so good to see your face again. How have you been, man?
2018's been awesome. The channel's growing a lot. Go to youtube.com/filmjoy. Subscribe right now. Do it. You'll love it. I promise.
Yeah, and we don't try to push this button too often, but like if we're friends, I will be personally offended if I find out that you have not personally just now subscribed to Film Joy, FILMJOY, on YouTube. I mean it. Holy shit! Did you just do Flash Gordon?
Yeah, Deep Dive was Flash Gordon. That episode's really good.
What?
We had a blast. And I'm wearing a bow tie the entire episode, so, I mean... It's worth checking out. Deep Dive's the show we do where people mail us really bad movies or poorly received movies.
Okay.
And no matter what, we have to love them. No matter what.
Was it hard to play this character while watching Flash Gordon?
No, we fell in love immediately with the costumes and the whole vibe of that. Like we slot in really quick now. The only movie that ever gave us a moment was Mordecai with Johnny Depp. And my review of Mordecai, to make it amazing, is as follows. Every other person that is not Johnny Depp that is in that movie is playing a practical joke on Johnny Depp. They're like, oh, that was hilarious. Oh, my God. Amazing. Amazing take.
We definitely, I think maybe we'll release it to patrons. I think there's a good 20-minute chunk of pre-show as we're setting up for Modern Rogue just 72 hours ago of nothing but me and Jason unironically heaping praise on that soundtrack. Like it's everything about it is just so great.
It runs so under the radar. Like that's because like when I saw it as a kid, it's like, ooh, Queen. But as an adult, I was like, Queen is really supporting and believes in this. Like they're trying not to upstage it, which is insane.
It's just odd. It's odd that you have a band at that stature that's like, yup, this movie, we're in.
No,
How can we be involved?
What's really cool about that movie was like, because it's a very specific moment in time. It's like pre-Reagan era. So like we were all little like, wee, free love. And then like it's oddly woke.
Yeah. It's so woke that it involves a thread in which it's implied that Ming the Merciless has sex with his daughter or is attracted to her.
Well, she has like 10 boyfriends, so she's actually this really interesting character where she's just using everyone for her own ends.
Also, a future James Bond is in it.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton's in it, and he's wearing this beautiful like lame braided vest. Like all of the costumes are the greatest costumes.
Brian Blessed is the best role of his entire life. Flying blind on a rocket cycle.
That's very accurate. And he's wearing sandals like in the least Brian Blessed way ever. He's like, check out these dope sandals, guys.
Later I'll appear in the Phantom Menace. Who gives a fuck? Dive.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a fun channel. I also do a show called Movies of Mikey, which is, I guess, the main show on there. It's the most popular one.
Here's the greatest thing. You just screenshotted all your top videos and put it up on Twitter not too long ago, and I was so thrilled to see. I think the last time that you were on, you were just begun to run out the different kinds of videos. So Movies with Mikey has traditionally been
February, I think, last time I was on.
Yeah, something like that. But it was
like 28. Somewhere around there.
Yeah. But it was normally it's a one movie centric, and pretty much all this year you've done larger themes, which I think have been fantastic. Except for this one, the most recent one you did, which is Shaun of the Dead. Do you want to share?
For your anniversary, you wanted to do something old school.
For which you had a little bit of help on the Shaun of the Dead one.
Yeah, I made it seem like probably more of a big deal than it was, but I reached out to Edgar Wright because he followed me a long time ago because I've basically just been like, everything he does is amazing. I'm just his marketing department at this point. But yeah, he said he'd answer any questions I had, so I threw some I thought pretty deep, interesting questions at him. The one that like killed me was the whole Cornetto trilogy thing was like literally a joke at the Shaun premiere. They're like, we should make another one of these. Yeah, free ice cream. Cornetto trilogy. And it's like, I love it more. How did that make me love it more?
Oh my God. Yeah, that is absolutely great. And for any fan of his movies, you just need to watch it. Just go watch it. That's all there is to it.
Well, by the way, look, we're short on time. You just want to declare me the winner. Thank you so much for joining us.
Motherfucker.
Oh, no. Okay. All right. I guess we'll go through the formality. Sorry, I went through one closing. It's very taxing. It takes a lot of time.
I swear to God, I'm
very tedious.
Not a fan of Seven-Acre-Brian.
Seven-Acre Brian.
7 acre snake dick.
I'm opening up a
Acre
snake ranch.
That's what they called me. That was my rap name back in middle school.
Oh man! All right, what do you got for this us this time, Mikey?
Okay, so I wanted to go because like this year I've been trying to strip a lot of my stuff down and just make an entertaining thing. So I designed a 10-question, real or not real quiz that is just names, and I think it is the hardest thing ever. And I also chose the subject you're going to be very mad at me for. Did I get your names right? Brant and Johnston?
Totally right.
Sure.
No,
yeah,
100%.
Giving myself a little star.
I appear only as mustard-colored text in this episode.
So the title of this quiz is this a real Fortnite streamer?
God damn it.
Just top 100 because there's like a 500 million and they'd all be real. So this is just like sort of top 100 based on the numbers.
So here's a fun game.
Mikey, do you know that Brian hates Fortnite?
That's amazing. That's perfect. I'm up in your SEO. I'm doing you a favor. Fortnite, hashtag Fortnite. Just spam it in the chat.
So
hashtag Fortnite.
Real story. It's like
Shubru. Fuck you, Mikey. Cool, man. Thanks.
I saw that Fortnite was a thing, and I was like, okay, let me. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's PUBG. Let me learn best practices and what's the advice they have. And the advice from one of the top streamers was like, look. It's very tempting to spend all your time hiding in Fortnite, but you are not becoming good by doing that because you're just going to end up, when you do face someone, it's going to be one of the top players because they're the ones who learned how to kill other players. So
the answer is we're too old to play Fortnite, Brian. That's the answer.
That's what I'm figuring out. And so I'm like, this is really good advice. They said you're better off in the early days. Just jump straight in and learn where the stuff is. Like you're going to die a lot and that's fine. You're going to iterate. You're going to get better and all that stuff. So I'm like, that's great. 5 hours later, still had not killed one single human being. Half a year later, to this very day, I have still not killed a single other living player in this game. Me and Bill Duran tried. He eventually killed someone.
Just run with a shotgun. You'll get lucky one time.
What about you? Did you get pegged? Have you been?
Sorry?
I mean, have you been annihilated by one of the other players at some point?
No, yeah, no. Bonnie, that was on Wing Commander line.
I know every video game of every deal I closed. So this video game that we're playing right now called...
So here, look. This is a classic. I know you're fucking ruse, Newman. This is your classic thing. You're gonna come up with a bunch of names. They're all gonna be literally incomprehensible compared to real Fortnite streamers. So what you don't realize is my wife.
You got my number. You figured it out.
My wife works at Twitch, which means I have to have heard at least 3 of them in passing conversation and what my brain just processed as total gibberish between other people talking about other top streamers. At some point,
interesting. That might actually work.
I have to have heard at least 2 or 3 of these by osmosis.
I will say that in terms of sheer exposure to the Twitch ecosystem, Justin in the last 6 months has probably, and tell me if you think this is an overestimation, logged 20 times the amount of minutes I have of just paying attention and just reading names and places.
You want to know what? Hey, 7-Acre Snake Dick, I'm not falling for this either. Now you're trying to build me up. So when you fucking baby's day out your way to another victory, you're going to say it's a big upset. Fuck you. Fuck both of you. Let's go.
I'm going to write them all down this time.
Oh, my God.
So I don't have to spell them. I want to give you guys a visual.
Okay. A top 100 Fortnite streamer. And I assume they do something else, but they're primarily known for Fortnite and their real names.
That is correct, sir.
All right.
And we do have some mods from Mitsula the Mike Rula over in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah, real Vegas odds from a real Las Vegas odds maker.
So the combined over-under is 12.5 for Jury and Schwood to get correct
Okay,
answers.
that's the only one I care about because I like that one has... But out of 20... Oof.
Out of 10.
12.5
right?
out of 10? Oh, well, there are 10 questions, but there's 2 players.
So,
so
we each have to get 6, and then 1 extra on top.
Yeah,
one
correct.
has to get 7.
Between the 2 of us, we have to get over 12.5.
Number of times Mikey can't complete a question due to laughter is at 2.5.
Right.
Who gets the first incorrect
These
answer?
names are all so stupid. Like,
Yeah, I know. I
the
believe
real
in you,
ones
man.
and the fake ones. So,
But I think we might be on like a 3 appearance or 4 appearance streak of you laughing at your own jokes. But it's always so amazing that I think we can okay it.
I'm laughing at your reactions to my bad jokes. There's a subtle distinction.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready? I believe we're starting with
King Big
Brant?
Bop-a-doopity-oops from the Nintendo quiz. That one still lives in infamy, along with
Jam
Janet
Slunk Jumper
I knew
Joint.
that one was easy. It was just such a funny phrase. I loved it.
I'm just really glad that we stopped having children before I heard Jam Slunt Jumper Joink. Because then
the old jam.
there would have been some challenging conversations with the missus.
Jam Slunt.
Jam Slunk Jumper Joink. Welcome to the EIB network.
Bum.
All right. Brant, are you ready? Number 1.
Yes.
Simple Damien.
Simple
With a space.
Damien. Question. It is written as I'm being shown it with a space in between.
Yes. The ones that won't have a space. This helps me so I don't have to say no space in numbers. This is actually really helpful. Because the grammar gets just absurd. This one's pretty straightforward.
I'm going to say that's real. That's real.
What do you think, Johnston?
Simple Damien, huh? Simple Damien.
2 words, both spelled correctly.
Say it out loud. It'll come to you.
No numbers.
You got this repository of Twitch
There's a
names.
space in between
I
the
gotta
2.
clear the mechanism. I have a mind palace, like that one episode.
Sherlock?
Yeah.
Sure.
That was more than one episode, man. And if you didn't remember that, oof.
Oh, no. I was thinking of the one where he finds out another guy has a mind palace.
Yeah. When they mind palace fight.
Yeah,
like,
they annex each other's mind palaces. Simple Damien. I'm going to say that Simple Damien is real.
You are both incorrect.
Oh.
Dang.
Okay.
Oh, this is interesting. I don't know if they're all Twitch streamers.
Oh.
Oh, that'll
I
be great when we make them famous as being not in
No,
the top 100 of Fortnite.
Well, these are their usernames. I don't know what their Twitch name is, I guess, more specifically.
Okay, I'll be sure to...
I guess those are the same, though? Yeah, maybe they'll work. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
All right. Look, Justin, I want to beat the spread. I want the 2 of us to emerge victorious and still friends.
I ain't your friend, buddy. I'll let you stick to your side of the lawn.
All right. Justin, you ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Ninjam 12. All one word.
NINJAM12.
I'm going to say that Ninjam 12 is fake.
Real. A real.
Justin gets
real.
A point.
Wait, what?
It is fake.
Damn.
Yes.
Okay, but if it was real, where do you think the jam part comes from? Like a fan of
That one was just to add a letter to Ninja because he's the most popular streamer in the world, and then add numbers and make it look real.
Ninja
So
M.
you were in my head, Justin.
Ninja Meredith 12.
Got that. By the way, I'm now out of every Fortnite streamer that I can actually say with 100% certainty, because Ninja was the one that got
super famous.
with Drake.
Yeah. These are the most fun because like the strategy is so hard because it's just 1 and 2 and their names.
Yeah.
You got to think down a few levels. All right, number 3 to Brian.
Yes.
Scissors.
With a C. Cizzorz.
Scissors.
You know what? I'm going to say that I give it points because it looks aesthetically pleasing, probably because it looks like a human phallus.
That would look good on a shirt, actually.
I mean, that does also look like a wiener, legitimately. Like, squint your eyes.
That's...
Yeah, I'm going to say real.
They're letters, Brian.
Super duper real. Cizzorz. I believe you, Scissors.
Scissors. All right, I'm going to say that scissors is real.
You are both correct.
All right. Well, I
have
derive
a
very
Hey, look
little
at that.
joy from it.
What's up, Sis?
Hey, guess what he's playing right now?
Fortnite. Oh, this
Wait,
is
really?
live.
Yeah, this is
That's
live.
hilarious. He is the top Fortnite streamer. He's probably gonna get 4 kills right here.
Wait,
This is what you can't do, Brian.
Can we turn this into a roving raid and just say Night Attack gives you salutations and then just...
That would be so confusing.
That's fine.
We're just gonna send some diamond love.
Everybody send diamonds if you
All
feel
right.
like it. Cizzorz. And in fact, if you're listening on audio 5 weeks from now, just show
do
up
it
and
now. Do
still
it. Yeah,
the
whenever you're
diamond.
listening.
Diamonds, I like it. Has anybody noticed that the mixed in with the hanging pots in the background is a BB-8, which is completely adorable?
Sorry.
This is in
It is
in
a
Mikey's-
Japanese paper lantern.
Mikey's
Oh.
webcam shot.
Oh.
Look back here.
I have a few Star Wars paper lanterns.
It's adorable.
I was trying to figure out how anything you were describing was in Fortnite, and I was having a very challenging moment.
No, I love it.
Let me rewrite that one. I wrote it bad.
By the way, I'm glad we're finally giving Scissors, who's streaming live for 7,800 people.
He needs a love. He
Please.
needs
like
so
we're
real.
doing a raid on people that have more people. Yeah, whoops. Actually, I don't know how many people are in your chat.
Less than 7,000.
Slightly short of 7,000.
7,000's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
I said they were top 1. It's the most popular game in the world. So we're to Justin again.
All right.
Number 4. Phase. That's a capital Z. Over wherever. A cloak Z with a Z.
So
Phase. Cloak Z.
is the,
I think that Phase Cloak Z, CLOAKZY, is real.
I think that Mikey, I think that Mikey could. Is one of those. It feels so good. Like if it's fake, Mikey would be very, very happy, which makes me feel like it's fake. I think this is a fake one. I think this is Mikey. It's so good. It's got to be Mikey.
Wrong.
It's got to be Mikey.
But Justin got it right?
Oh, God damn it.
Yes!
3-1.
Ah! I'm back!
Wait, this is a real streamer?
Yeah. Phase
This-
Cloak Z is right.
Oh, interesting. This must be on YouTube because there is a Phase Cloak Z
I think
on
there's a
Twitch who has
space.
The
won
easiest
these.
thing might be to
Could it
like
be an
just
underscore?
Google it and then see what.
Yeah.
FAZE.
No, I do know that Phase is a clan. They all live in a house together.
Oh.
They're one
Man,
of them.
you know all the Twitch knowledge.
Twitch.tv/CloakZ.
Oh yeah, it's
Far
just
and
Cloak Z.
away my favorite one on this list is
Wow.
number 5, which is going to Justin. Are you ready, Justin?
Let's go.
I'm
Come on.
gonna try
Yeah.
to pronounce this as intended,
Okay.
but I'm showing you so you can come up to your own pronunciations. Oh, by the way, I'm drinking a dope grease, chat. Thanks for asking.
Dope grease,
Dope
chap.
grease.
Greege.
Dope Grish.
Number 5. Sauce.
BRAPSAUUUUUCE.
Why?
5 U's.
There's 5 U's. It looks like.
BrapBrapSauuuuuce.
So I am
All
currently,
one word.
I'm currently torn between my desire, like, kind of like you buy an insurance policy. If it's not real, I just want to register it this very fucking moment so that I can have it.
It's all fun and games until it's November 5 years from now, and you're at a party saying, I think Senator BrapBrapSauuuuuce has some good ideas.
I think this just became the title of the episode, judging by chat.
Wait. Does brap mean something?
Yeah,
like sound effect.
Bonnie was very.
Why are you making a chicken noise, Brian? It's a you gotta hit it harder. From the chest.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Brian's like all the other blutes trying to do a chicken.
How long before we elect people by their Twitter handles?
Negative 2 years.
I hope.
Oh yeah, it kind of already happened.
Oh, that was good. Belly clap for praise.
Look,
Is this to me or to Brian?
It's number 5.
Me. All right. I'm going to say that BrapBrapSauuuuuce is real.
Yeah, I think it's real.
You are both wrong. I'm the best.
God damn it! You son of a bitch!
That one's too good.
Let me hold on.
Here's
BRB.
the thing. I'll go to Twitch.
Registering right now.
When you walk in, they've got this big 9 video display board, and it constantly switches between different people. And I could have sworn that I have seen BrapBrapSauuuuuce streaming for 14 million people playing Fortnite. Hey, I'll tell you what, man, if it ain't, there ought to be. Get BrapBrapSauuuuuuce on there.
I think you guys should have a race for who can have that name first.
By the way, Sunbud in the chat has gifted a tier 1 sub to BrapBrapSauuuuuuce.
Thank you, Sunbud.
Thank God we have such a luminary here.
Oh, so good. All right, we're going to Brian.
Yep.
Amazing Zachary, 1, 2, 3.
Gotta be real. Real. A to Z 1, 2, 3. Unless that's if it is fake, it was you trying to flaunt it. I don't know. I think it's real. Real.
I'm gonna say fake. I think Amazing Zachary 1, 2, 3 is fake.
You are wrong.
Oh.
2 to 3.
Oh, that's close. That's very close.
Now, Brian's made a comeback. Sorry, Brand.
I'm not a fan of Justin wanting us to not beat the spread.
He wants to beat you, Brian.
Hey. You watch your own yard. You're on 7 acres.
I was about to say, it's very tough to see the end of my yard because it just keeps going and going and going.
This is number.
So the opposite of Command and Conquer night, huh?
Going to Justin.
Wait, was that a slam against me? Was that?
No.
Not at all.
That was back then.
He was implying. Oh, Jesus! All right. He was implying it was a short affair.
Are you ready?
20 years later.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Ready.
Number 7. Phase Kinks.
God damn your eyes! Fuck you! It's my turn, right?
It's
No,
Justin.
it's in this odd. This is number 7. I think that's Justin. You're even. Or no, you are odd. Yeah, it is you. Sorry, it's Brian.
All right, go ahead.
No. Wait, maybe. That seems like such a fucking Kaiser Soze Mikey thing to do, where you begin with the ending in mind, and like I'll tell them
I'm gonna
about
drop
the
a
clan.
Barg's root beer, and you can be like it was Barg's.
I know.
It was Barg's all along.
The fourth ingredient is kinks. I'm gonna say.
It's actually pronounced Quangs. It's not. That's not true. I think.
Yeah. Now I'm reading your casual demeanor. I'm gonna say it's real. Totally real.
I'm going to say that Phase Kinks is fake.
Shouldn't have done that, Justin.
It is fake.
Yes! Because now we're not friends.
Now.
I mean, that was good for you to do in the game, and probably good for us to beat the spread. But you hurt my feelings. You should know that.
Hey, listen. I just love the idea that Mikey is writing these on the fly, and at some point I'm gonna look behind me, and it's just gonna be like made in BrapBrapSauuuuuce.
Oh, like he's put it there the entire time.
Oh yeah, no, he's doing his Kaiser Soze thing. No, he's just writing it. He's freestyling.
Man.
Number 8. This one's Justin.
Yeah.
Tortilla tacos.
Mark that one down.
There's no way to say it. It's like
Tortilla taco seasoning. Just quite literally the ingredient.
Oh, chat. All caps. What the fuck, my... Yeah,
all
you're
caps
right.
and space. No, not all caps. Capitalized grammatically and spaced out. Tortilla taco.
Like if you had a baby with and you gave a beginning, middle, and end name and you named it, it's everything is spelled correctly. Tortilla taco seasoning. Also, again, Bonnie, so thankful that we had all our babies before this episode. That would be
tortilla taco seasoning. Oh my god! All right. I believe that tortilla taco seasoning is real.
You know what? Justin, name that tune. Wrong game. Right. You know what? I'm going to say fake. I got to go opposite otherwise because I guess Justin doesn't want us to beat the spread. So even if he is right, I'm going to sacrifice our team. And then, even though we're competing against each other, I wanted us to be on the same team, but now I'm going to have to defeat you with my skills.
No, you're wrong, Justin.
Oh, wait. No, so he has 3. Shit. All right. Fuck you.
Wait, you're still winning by 1.
No, not enough. No, let's fix that. It's
two more left.
All right.
That one was real?
Yes, it was.
Wowzer.
No, that was fake.
It was fake?
Sorry. It was fake.
Tortilla taco seasoning, as it turns out, is not a real top 100 Fortnite player. This is when the horizon starts to look like a little squiggly to me in the Mikey quiz.
You know what, Justin?
Because now I'm buying into
my
anything.
mind,
When I think that tortilla taco seasoning is somebody making $100,000 playing Fortnite, you know that I'm fucking lost.
Justin?
Well, I think the best part is these will all be Twitch names that people stream from after today. So
yeah.
No, there already is. BrapBrapSauuuuuce is already in the chat room. So.
By the way, I will have no regrets, Justin, as I defeat you for the next 2 rounds and take victory.
Well, all right. Number 9, going to Brian first.
Yes.
Murder is legal. All lowercase, all one word.
Super real. Totally real. 100% real.
Justin.
I think it's real.
Fucker.
You're both wrong.
You game theory playing motherfucker.
0 followers.
You motherfucking game fucking fucker. Fuck.
I just picked something that sounded like it was from The Purge, because obviously there would be.
All right, hold on.
Brian, you taught him how to game theory.
All right, hold on. All right, yes. I try not to let the games come between us, but it looks like shit's
No, you
a
don't.
little bit real. It looks like that's fine. It's like took a solemn oath.
The game theory, motherfucker. In fact, you should be calling your new place the Game Theory Ranch.
That's a really good name.
Out of a possible 18 points, you have a combined 7. So I won.
The under.
I think is what happened.
Wait, was that the last one?
Nope, there's one more.
No, we can't. Even if we both got it, we'd be at 9. So we really fucking ate shit on this quiz compared to
That's fine.
I am invincible.
All right, I'm ready.
Goldeneye? Okay,
Ready.
Number 10. This is going to Justin.
All right.
Kit Catastrophe. your face, like.
Oh, K's on both. K-I-T, K-A-T.
Yes. Double K.
Catastrophe. I believe that Kit Catastrophe is Fake.
Not only is it real, it's actually Kit Harington from Game of Thrones, and he's delightful. None of that is true, except for the part about it being real. It's definitely real.
Final score. 5-3, Justin.
Yes! Yes!
She's muted.
I lost my gift, Bonnie.
I'm gonna get more wine. I think I get to celebrate.
You just
Suck a dick, Brian. Suck a dick in hell.
God damn it.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker. Personal achievements aside, you now belong
What is
to
happening?
Satan. Fuck you!
Satan, we've talked about this. Why, of all the things to do, why call in to a mid-level comedy podcast?
Mid-level.
Well, because I'm very excited. Justin won the game.
dear.
Oh, wait. So you're a fan of Justin?
No, he sold me his soul so he could win this stupid fucking internet contest.
Wait, so you're basically like the agent at closing who's fist pumping as the contracts are signed.
Turns out I don't get his soul till Friday. Paperwork. Anyway, bye.
Satan, ladies and gentlemen.
Surprise appearance, cameo. I feel very good. You guys got 8 points out of 20.
Hey, man, I don't know if you're familiar with them, but usually this is a point where we take some time to talk about a little thing called movies, because we check in with the Movie Draft Minute.
Welcome to your Movie Draft Minute, presented by CosmicRadio.tv for the week of July 9th, 2018. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. It's good to be back. And because I've got so much still to catch up on, I'm just going to skip this preamble and go straight to the scoreboard. Team Chips Bitch is in 6th place with $285.3 million. Team Tell It Anyways in 5th place with Ant-Man and the Wasp bringing $82.7 million worth of total to $428.3 million. Team Core Killers is in 4th place with $451 million. Team Night Attack is in 3rd place with $592.7 million. Team John Trekkers in 2nd place with the First Purge bringing $33.6 million worth of total to $756 million. And in 1st place with $763.3 million, it's Team DTNS. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of July 9th, 2018.
So, Justin, do you think...
Skyscraper fever. Who's got skyscraper fever? You got skyscraper fever. Rock's gonna jump off a thing and then rescue his family. He's got one leg. It's harder now. Skyscraper. Get it in your life.
How much money do you think that's going to make on its opening weekend? I'm curious.
I'm hoping that 2 things happen. Number 1, Skyscraper makes at least $250 million, which is the only possible way that we will
In how many weeks?
I don't know. Not enough. I also hope for another thing, which is that Mission Impossible Fallout makes less than $7 million in worldwide box office.
Okay, so
that's the only way we can win, Justin. Is that, we got this. We got this.
Oh, no. Well, this just in from the Wrap. Apparently, Skyscraper is projected to have a rocky box office start.
Oh, but Tom
They're
Merritt
marketing it a lot.
said it was great.
Yeah, no, I've actually heard that the buzz on it is much better than you would expect.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to make some money, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's The Rock. You never know what The Rock
was very good. That shocked me how good that movie was.
Hey, Jumanji was fucking amazing. It was amazing. It was
like complete surprise, shocked me.
It was an absolute joy from beginning to end. Question.
And a direct sequel to the last one, which they didn't market, which was weird.
Hey, Mikey, did you see the Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Nah, I haven't been out to much of the theater lately.
Justin, did you see the Ant-Man?
No, I had a very agitated friend certainly tell me his thoughts all about it, though.
You know what? That's
Check out
unfortunate.
It's Spoilerin' Time at cordkillers.com to hear all of Brian's thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp. How about that?
Yeah, all right, that's fair enough.
But you can tell by the tenor of this conversation what he thought about it.
It's probably okay. Hey, you know what's
Well, what did you think about the first Ant-Man?
It was so I actually, and I'm still trying to figure out the reason for the mismatch of energy. I think I expected both Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp to be something other than what they were, because both of them I had heard. You know, you get excited, you hear a movie's coming, and someone says something, and you latch onto it, and you're like, oh, that would be fun to see, right? So at some
I was
point,
excited about Ant-Man up until the second that Edgar Wright was no longer attached to it, and then I was like, well,
and for
it's a
me,
movie.
I latched on to the idea of Ant-Man as a heist movie, so I'm like, this is great. MCU mature enough that they're doing a heist movie. That'll be fun. And I'm like, well, viewed through the lens of a heist movie, this is a bad heist movie. And then, and then likewise, I fell for the same trap. It's my own fault, my own dumb fault. I heard the words romantic comedy, and I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great? MCU is finally so big enough they can go into little places, and I get to see romantic comedy.
Interesting.
And it was neither romantic nor a comedy.
Wait, I didn't know that part. I didn't know that you went in expecting it to be a romantic comedy.
That was some of the early chatter surrounding it, was like, this is an opportunity because it's about, now there's a co-hero and wacky chemistry and so on. And being a fan of both Paul Rudd and Evangeline Lilly, I had thought, how great would they be together? And the answer is not great at all. Zero chemistry. It's not good.
Was it better than the chemistry between her and Legolas? Or her and whatever that human dude was. I don't even remember. That's how good the chemistry was in The Hobbit. I don't even remember his goddamn name. The dirty
Aragorn.
The dirty boy.
No, Candy Corn. McSilly Tits.
Candy Corn McSilly Tits is exactly correct.
True fact.
Number one
another
Twitch
top
streamer.
100 Fortnite streamer. God damn it, you beat me to it, fucker.
No, same time.
Yeah, all right.
We can share the point.
There's a couple of moments that genuinely really, really shine and are so laugh out loud funny and great, and then there's the rest.
I have a theory,
though. What's your theory?
My theory is that 3D movies have a hard time with anybody relating to each other because I think shooting them is so awkward.
Oh, because they're oftentimes not in the same room together or whatever?
Either not in the same room or there's just so much equipment around. It's really distracting.
But if you look at the performances in Avatar, they're truly extraordinary. Like the emotion that is conveyed.
Yeah, but that was done
stuff.
a long time ago, and I think people's expectations were different. I think they're trying to make everything more difficult.
We watched it again recently.
Bonnie's saying that the equipment has only gotten bigger. Like it is crowding the room.
Now they're farther away from each other.
They're just closing the deal in such a more dramatic
red
way.
Cameras with two lenses on them. They just kind of tape together.
Yeah, the 3D cameras are just cameras with two lenses on them.
Yeah, but
the most distracting camera is the IMAX camera because it's so loud.
It's so loud.
And
yeah.
Christopher Nolan's figured that out like 9 times, so maybe there's something to it.
Yeah, and actually, somebody in the chat pointed out something that a friend of mine who's an insider
look
pointed
at that
out.
thing.
Which is
that's
the IMAX, yeah. Somebody in the chat pointed out the exact same thing I had heard from an industry insider, which is even though they bother to record with two lenses, oftentimes they just don't even bother because with one of the two lenses and instead just everything post-process.
They convert it by hand.
Yeah, there was a hot minute when that was kludgy and bad, and if done cheaply, it looks bad. But nowadays, the hand touch, you don't want a nose projecting 35 feet out of the screen.
The bottom of the 3D bubble was, and
Clash
I don't
of the
remember
Titans.
the name of it. The second Titans movie.
Yeah,
was like, oh, so y'all didn't even try.
Yeah.
It was like Photoshop 3D. It was bad.
The second Titans movie, if I remember correctly, was Remember the Titans? That was
please,
dude. If Denzel was in that, it would have ruled.
By the way, I love the new Denzel movie. Did the commercials for the
Equalizer?
new what is it? The Equalizer 2?
Yeah.
But now it's like this phase of Denzel fully committing to dad bod, and like they're not even like pretending that he's in shape or shooting him in a flattering way. He's just like got a belly and he's just kicking people in the knees and like uppercutting them, and it's just amazing. Dad bod Denzel whipping ass is fantastic.
So somebody had a Reddit post. Man, this is months ago. It was a Reddit post of the kid from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Will Smith.
No. The one that his cousin who dances.
William Smith.
Don't say it like
Billy Smith.
yeah, Alonzo. I want to say
Alfonso
Mosley, but
Ribeiro?
that's the character
Alonzo
from Midnight Run.
What's his
Carl.
Twitch name?
But asking like, is he fat or buff? And then somebody said dad bod, and then the reply just slayed me. He corrected it to father figure.
And then immediately like, because you have to.
Down with dad bod, up with father figure is what I'm saying.
That's awesome. That's so good. That's so good.
I want to go back to the 3D thing. I think that shooting 3D is more complicated than shooting 2D. And I think
Do you have any evidence to which to supply to back up that argument?
Your Honor, I am but a simple comedy podcaster. But it seems to me that if one is to make a case about 3D, then at least the representation should have two functioning eyes and have ever experienced 3D.
I do have one functioning eye, so I don't go to 3D movies.
Oh, and that's not what a judge says. Jesus, Brian.
Also, did we just foghorn leghorn? This is off the rails.
Yeah, sorry. No, Bonnie does not have the ability to experience 3D, so I'm casting aspersions.
Well, then we're the same.
Wait, oh, that's right. Wait, both of you guys. Wait, sorry.
I'm blind in my right eye because of the stroke from 2011. So we're the same. We should go to movies together. My new best friend.
Oh,
Bonnie's also blind in the same eye.
No, in the left eye. I'm blind.
If you had been like,
it's on my right
eye. 2011, I'd have been like, damn.
So we can share 3D glasses.
We
can have one side and I can have the other.
That's good.
So Mikey, when I was very young, I was really, really excited. It was like one of the first 3D movies that I got to see. I know they'd been around, but like I got to see it because they actually put one in the theater, and it was Jaws 3D. And I sat down to watch it, and then they're all like, my mom's like, they gave me the glasses. I said, everything's blue.
Oh right, because it's just. That's funny.
Here's the part that broke.
I went blind much later. Yeah, it was 7 years ago.
When Bonnie told me this story, the part that I don't even know if you remember this detail is I think it was the polarized lenses. If from the details I remember, but I remember you saying that in an attempt to correct the issue, to help and to fix it, like your mom folded over. The 3D glasses so you could look through both lenses at once through your one good eye. And I was like, that is the sweetest thing.
So nice.
Oh, and here's what's funny is I feel like I have an unusual number of monocular vision people in my life. But the best reframe that I heard was, I think Bonnie, I forget. Oh, that's right. We were all talking about playing Doom using a chromatic 3D glasses. Like apparently, like reds, look farther forward than the browns of the background or whatever. And then my buddy Brady, who got his eye poked out by a bamboo stick when he was a kid, he just instantly was like, psh, it's already 3D for me. And in that brief second, with his confidence, I felt genuine jealousy for him having only one eye. It was amazing.
This is a funny experience because this is actually total blindness. But it happened so close, and I'm actually talking about it in the next episode. Right after I got out of the hospital from the stroke in 2011, that was right around the time Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon.
Yeah.
That came out to rent. And right before I went into the hospital from the stroke, I tried to watch that movie, and I watched like 20 minutes, and then I almost died. When I got out of the hospital, I was blind out of both eyes because it's like a weird effed up, like, basically I have like a giant sunspot right here and I can sort of see my hand like on the edges, but really not at all. Mm-hmm. So I watched Transformers with no video.
With no video? You just had to listen to like a radio play?
And I just turned it down because everyone's just like, no. Like the whole movie is just people shouting no. It's just Shia LaBeouf. Oh my God.
No. Yeah. No.
Mom. It's not good. It wasn't. I could not tell you a single thing. Like Tyrese yells a couple times, but then he gets sexy. I remember that, but that's like it. Because that was all I could like discern.
He's in that one too. He wasn't just in the Fast and the Furious. I've actually never seen one of the Transformers movies at all.
Tyrese was in 1, 2, and 3, along with Shia LaBeouf. Megan Fox was in 1 and 2. Basically, hey,
I would like. It took me a second to realize
if you want to watch the greatest breakdown of Transformers, go check out Lindsay Elsa's channel. Look for The Whole Plate. She breaks them down over 8 episodes, and it's like a documentary's worth of great material about Transformers. Sorry, go Brian.
So, do you know anything about this rumor? I've heard that part of the reason that the Transformers crew, Michael Bay and et al., part of the reason that they keep attracting A-list acting talent is because even though everybody knows what a Michael Bay movie is and looks like, apparently it's just an absolute joy from the moment you touch down till the moment you leave the project. Like they go out of their way and it's just utterly delightful to work on. Similar to, I hear the same thing about Adam Sandler movies where it's like they're all set in Hawaii.
Ask Megan Fox about her experience on the Transformers movies.
Yeah, she had less of a positive experience than.
It's almost like Michael Bay treats men and women really differently. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a controversial statement? Michael Bay's kind of a sexist.
I thought we were leaving an appropriate pregnant pause there so everybody could understand it.
You want to do a little bit of Diamond Time?
Oh my God, Brian. Yes. Diamond Time is where you can shout out your project right here on the show. Just head on over to our Reddit, reddit.com/r/Diamond Club or diamondclub.reddit.com. There's a sticky post at the top of the page. It used to be green when Reddit worked, and now it's just something else. So what do you say you head on over there right now, put in your project, just like King Joey 52A. Hey guys, Diamond Scoop here. Do you like watching Brian and Justin live and in person? Do you like Las Vegas? Well, if I got a deal for you, Scoop Fest 2018 is October 11th through the 14th. There'll be live podcasts, a welcome variety show that Brian and Justin performed at last year. Don't know about this year yet. Comedy night, talent show, Jock versus Nerd costume ball, and more. I even have a hotel discount code. All the details can be found at heyscoops.com/shop. And it's funny that that's the number one thing mentioned because I think it'll be a really, really fun event out there in Vegas.
Oh, I mean, I was thinking of, just going. I guess we probably should have talked about this off air before the show, but I mean, I'm going. I'm just a fan of the Ice Cream Social. Are you? I mean, I don't know. Are you?
I mean, I was on the Ice Cream Social last week, so I mean, I love those guys. I would love to be there. I mean, I guess we already did a night attack there last year. I guess maybe we could do a night attack there this year.
Whoa. So you will be there?
I will be there.
It's, wow, you jump right to the exciting conclusion. Yes, we'll be doing night attack at Scoop Fest.
Why do we need
Wait,
to
have
tease
we not
it?
mentioned that yet?
I don't know. I'm sure we did. I thought.
I don't know. They've been plugging us for the record. So
Okay, good. Meanwhile, what Jane says, hey, Diamond Club, Dragon Con is soon upon us. I have created a shirt design to celebrate featuring the infamous Marriott carpet. You can nab your own at YOLO420.com/diamond@dragon, all spelled out. There are plenty of options, so there's something for everyone. Holy shit, it's a Diamond Club t-shirt that has the notorious Marriott Hotel.
The old Marriott
That's
tech check.
amazing.
buying it now.
Well, and I
I
believe
like
he
it.
says he's willing to send or give us these. So
I would love that.
thank you, WJ Says.
That's amazing.
Oh crap! I was too busy buying this T-shirt.
Turtle TMN says, Turtle T here. I've been in a metal band called Meat Hook since 2001 and have recently decided to release some solo music. Last Thursday, that's on the 5th of July, I released my first digital album called Summertime in Minnesota. It's 9 songs long and covers a variety of music genres. It is available on iTunes, Amazon Music, and Spotify. Your and my best bet, though, is that turtletmn.bandcamp.com/releases. I've been down with the Diamond Club since the days of the book. Would love to expand my fan base and get a little Diamond love. Thanks, Turtle T. All right, crank it up. Let's give him some time.
Spring's on the run, heat's ascension, June is just sprung. It's time for all the party people to have some fun. Summertime in Minnesota.
I have to resist the temptation to
rap over this.
Well, to freestyle along with it, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want your project shouted out, head on over to reddit.com/r/Diamond Club. Top 3 get read each and every week.
Yeah. Man, I guess, what did we learn this week, Justin?
Oh, man, we learned that I'm back, baby.
We learned this week, Justin.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Man, I agree. I feel like
I want a Mikey quiz again.
We
Finally.
did. I think we did
I
learn.
Give you an old one. I could look them up. I don't know. I have like hundreds. So,
we learned that if you love us and you respect us, then you will do the only noble thing and subscribe immediately over at youtube.com/filmjoy, the bright, shining center of the film universe reviews.
Yeah, 150%. Thank you so much, Mikey. Is there anything else that you want to plug?
I mean the patreon.com/movies. Mikey was just plugged in the chat.
Nice.
I mean, I expect you to check out the work before you donate, so plug in a Patreon.
We don't. We expect you to donate first. You know what? Everybody checks out the work and then supports it. Why don't you be punk rock and support the work, and, then you do you. Like, just support the work. That's all we want.
Well, I'll tell you what. It seems like a good show to me. Big shout out to M. Baxa, Shall You Do 9, and our bit leader with 10,000 bits for this show, Jordaner Moss.
Jordan DeMoss.
I'll call you whatever the fuck you want for 10,000 bits. Thank you.
Hells yeah. Look, we love you guys, man. We'll see you next Tuesday.
And fire!
Night attack. Night attack. Night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.